Yeah, it's rich in Bunny goodness.
Do you remember when you lost your passion for this work?
I invited another friend. I hope that's okay.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Reina Creole, bringing you that spice to sci-fi and pop culture analysis. And welcome to the lunch table, where we get together with friends at lunchtime and just generally just kick back and have a great time, because it's Friday, it's the weekend, and of course there are so many shows that kick the weekend off on Friday for the fandom. So we're going to start right here at lunchtime, hanging out with you guys. And speaking of hanging out, what's going on, Fat Steven?
I've had a question of identity lately. I am now known as Muscle Busey. Sorry.
Oh,
I have an alter ego at night now.
oh my goodness. Wow.
Hi. Well, hi. It's getting close to that day. It's Friday, and tomorrow is... Oh my. Yeah.
Tomorrow
yeah.
is the... Yes.
The wondering why I even let Steven still bring this up anymore stream.
It's a good thing. Yeah. So Saturday, tomorrow, 6 p.m. is going to be my 2K celebration stream.
And you're still climbing. By the time that we actually hit tomorrow, you might actually be at 2100. It's crazy. You're already at like 2070. That's nuts.
Wow. I honestly, if you would have told me last year that was going to happen, I would have said you were nuts, because there's just no freaking way. It's like, are you interested? Yeah, okay, whatever. Then I just said, okay, it just goes where it goes. I'm just glad to be having fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
proud of you. I think a lot of people are proud of you. And but there's only one way, up. Like, I'm happy. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
That's
I'm doing good. You know, kind of keeping developers in check, but other than
you have the look of like, if you message me one more time on my lunch, you are definitely going to feel the wrath of the Sith.
It's these people's like lunchtime is non-existent. I'll just block that out. But I'm just
what you do is you email them pictures of stickies going, this is your left foot, this is your right foot. Now use it with your hands on the keyboard and figure it out for yourself.
See, working remotely, I guess I'll have to use an avatar instead. But when I was in the office, I had like a sweater that was really flowy in the back and was black. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to play like the Imperial theme when I was walking to somebody's desk with that going on.
Oh my God.
It's like, please don't come here.
But you don't even need that, though, because if the way we were explaining most of the networking stuff, a lot of them are really intimidated by women, especially because they don't see a lot in the field. I'm going by the stereotype, but you don't even need to have the Imperial March. As soon as they see like an intelligent woman, an attractive intelligent woman, whatever, I'm trying to kiss ass. Yes, Chad, I know. They eventually have the Imperial March already in their head, and they're like, oh my God, I don't sweat, cover armpits. Don't take my red stapler.
I just like hearing it.
I know.
You said red.
Somebody take my red stapler.
As long as you don't talk about squirrels getting married.
No, but after watching, I actually was popped up on Memes' stream yesterday, and he had an outro that was like squirrels dancing to like electronic music, and I was like, I've never seen that before. He's like, well, I got this one, and I got Gangnam Style. I'm like, oh my God, I love memes. Lord. He looks so weird. Have you seen him?
Mm-hmm.
With the beard gone?
No, not with the beard.
Oh my God, it's not memes. It looks like it doesn't look like memes. Like the hair is memes, but it looks like he hired someone else to wear his hair. It's really weird. He shaved it off for charity, right?
Did he?
His beard, yeah.
Steve, you are so not right for that. Hey, Steve.
I was terrified.
Well, folks, we're gonna bring up our guest. I'm so excited to be talking to her. I had actually seen her videos before I even started doing anything on YouTube. So it always kind of makes me kind of like, what? When they're just like, yeah, I can't wait to be on your show. I'm like, really? Like, really? I've been watching you,
Well, It's a good thing. I'm excited because she can't mace me. So I've met more women this week than I usually do. Deleting my internet history, so it's pretty good.
All right, well, folks, let me bring up the lovely, the beautiful, the very fun and talented Jedi Bunny. How are you, my dear?
Hey guys, I'm very excited to be here, and
I'm excited.
thank you so much for having me, Lorena. I am excited to chat with you and hang out with you. And it's funny you say that you were watching my videos because I feel like I've watched more content than I create content, and yours is some of my favorite just because your streams are so fun, and it really just feels like hanging out at a lunch table, like with friends in school, which is what makes it so, I don't know, exciting and refreshing to have a real, just fun, easygoing conversation with people. So you're doing a good job. Congratulations on 2K. You deserve it.
Blush.
You really deserve it.
I have a serious question though. Did you watch the Florida show we did like last Sunday? And if you did, that you're still here. Thank you.
I haven't watched it, but I love
oh my
hearing
God.
about and watching things in Florida. I actually went to school in Florida, so I have a special place in my heart for that incredibly interesting state.
Even the villages?
The villages. You're gonna have to fill
That's
me in
what it
on
was. Oh, never mind. I know you go watch that stream. I'm not saying another word.
Let's just say it's a very, very interesting retirement community. Interesting and infamous.
It's a stiff subject.
Is it one of those nudist communities?
Ew! No! Now it's picture naked, pasty California raisins.
Some may live there. Let's just say, they're really living life to the fullest down there. To the point of, let's see, I think the golf cart is the choice weapon for assault down there.
Wow.
There's DUIs with golf carts.
Wow, you got to hand it to them. They're creative with the ways they get in trouble, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm just like, what is it this time? Okay, yeah,
it's saggy.
It's just funny. Yeah, I call it saggy chew.
Yeah, they're my arms, and they said you got floppy breasts.
Because it looked like boobs instead of arms.
I didn't even. I wouldn't even notice that, but that's so cute. Now I can't unsee it.
Well, thank you for ruining another character in my library, Reina. That was great. That's great. I'll just go back to He-Man, and there we go. I got He-Man now.
I love He-Man. Well, let me welcome the chat. There's 20 of you watching. Thank you so much. This is a lunch table stream with co-host with Fat Steven Seagal, and our special guest is Jedi Bunny. So we have, let's see, Theme Park Casual. Thank you for being a channel member. Says, hey kids, work is pulling me away from hanging out today. Have a great stream. Well, thank you, Theme Park Casual. Can't wait for you to go back and rewatch this when you have a chance. And Snortapoopas Q Burr, another channel member, thank you. Says, hello, humans and other critters. Well, hello to you too. Glad you're here. And Shane G, another channel member, says, hello all. Well, hello to you too. Glad you're here. And let's see, Keely Chow, Roll Tide, says, hey, everybody. Oh, it's so glad to see all of you in here. Let's see, Fat Stevens welcoming everyone to the chat. And Keck44 says, howdy. Well, howdy to you too, Keck. TD, 2K may be my favorite number from now. Okay. I'm like, when I made that bet, I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to hit 2K, right?
Oh, wow. You shortchanged yourself.
I did, but it's just one of those when you start out, it's like you really don't know where things are gonna go. And I'm the kind of person that likes to underpromise and overdeliver.
Same. I feel that. Yeah.
Let's see. Yes, Jedi Bunny is awesome. Great fun when she swings by the coffee chats on time. Oh, so you drop into Alora's coffee chat?
Yeah. Oh, they have great chats too. Yeah.
They do. I'm usually teaching Zumba when her coffee chat.
Oh, cool. I didn't know you taught Zumba. That's awesome.
Yeah, I do.
What kind of music do you use?
Mostly polka. You're funny. Mostly like Afro Latin music.
Beautiful. I love it because every instructor is different with what they choose to use. So I'm always curious.
Thank you. You got a super chat from Atlanta.
I do.
Oh,
I do. Hold on. Let's see what that super chat is.
In private.
Let's let's see. Okay, let's see here. Darius Munchausen, you have a super sticker. And which one is that one? It is, what do we got? We got
Popcorn.
popcorn. Yes, yes, yes. Love, love, love the popcorn. Love the popcorn. And let's see, we have another one from the Atlantean. And I don't think I've seen you in my chat before. I've seen you in a cultures chat. So welcome. And thank you for the $2 super chat. It says, good noon, Lorena, Jedi Bunny, and Fat Steven. Well, thank you so much, the Atlantean. Good to see you in my chat. Absolutely.
He's a good dude. He's a good dude.
Yeah, I've seen him on streams. He's awesome. He's awesome. And let me see who else we have here. Butt Crack Media. Thank you for being a channel member. It says hello to the lovely Reina and also Fat Steven and the very lovely guest.
We also have one from Benjamin Flensborg. I hope I'm saying that right. Well, since it's past 6 o'clock in Denmark. Oh wow, Denmark. I'll raise a glass of fine German wine to all of you guys. Votre Majesté.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Benjamin. I appreciate that. It's been a long time since I've had a German wine.
I'm allergic. I can't.
Yeah, no, that's a shame. I haven't been in Germany for about 10 years. I was near Nuremberg.
Ooh.
So yeah, it was. I have some of the best pictures from there. I was in Nuremberg during Christmas, so I got to go to the Christmas market. Drank a lot of glue wine at the Christmas market. Those of you who are German in the chat, glue wine is freaking awesome.
Europe is so beautiful around Christmas time. It's so pretty.
I can't even describe what it's like, because we have the Christmas market here mostly for centuries from a lot of German immigrants that came over during colonial times. But here it's it's nice and everything, and it's cool. But it's like when you go to Europe, it's something totally different. I can't even like put my finger on it. Just how
there's something magical about it.
There's also something magical about the next super sticker. It's Butt Crack Media with a poop emoji.
Butt Crack Media, you're doing Christie's thing with the poop emoji. Yes, Nuremberg is famous for their Weihnachtsmarkt. Yes.
Why not?
Yes. And man, I bought so much stuff.
What's funny is my mom's side is from the Chemnitz region of Germany. And I haven't been there since I was when I was born. They took me there right after I was born, and I haven't been there since. So it's been quite a while.
Oh wow, that is a long time. Do you remember anything? I mean, I'm assuming you don't. If you were really young.
Yeah, no, but my grandmother was one of those old style that made the goulash and the homemade cheesecakes and all that stuff. So when you go to the German markets for Christmas to see all the cookie displays, picture that in our kitchen. Picture our Easter baskets like that. She went all out. Our grandmother was sweet. It was one of those crazy things.
Steaks like that was like a turd of a dollar. But thank you for the what's that, Danish krona. Thank you for the 50 Danish krona. I so appreciate that. I have not been to Denmark. I've only been to England and Germany. So there are a couple other European countries that I have to visit. Denmark is on there. Hello, Jonathan McCracken. Glad you're here. And let's see what else we have. Hello, old redneck nerd. Thank you for being here. What suck is a politician, Tim? They do the opposite. I forgot which subject we were on when that came up. Yeah, because don't get me started on politicians. Hey, Darth Haster says hello, everyone. And let me see. I think we got everybody.
JJ says Lord popped in.
Oh, okay. Hey, JJ, I'll be there in a minute. Yeah, Jedi, but yes, she could cosplay as Jaina, so I could see that. I could see that. I could see that. You know, she is an awesome character. I didn't get to read too much about her in the books that I've read. She would kind of like pop in and out. But I'd love to read a title with just her, just her in it.
So many great characters in the EU.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
So disappointing that they weren't utilized effectively. It's just
Oh, they were. They take bits and pieces and put it on different characters and twist it around. So technically, they're utilizing it.
I
They're
guess
just not utilizing
effectively.
it
Not
effectively.
Yeah, that was the key word. They're utilized effectively. It's disappointing.
Talk about Sweden. Thanks, Steve. Hey, Jacqueline says Jedi Bunny, make it to 3 days to summon Fat Albert. Hey, hey, hey.
Hey. I'm doing too well.
Soul Assassin, how you doing there? Let's see. Hold on a second. Brand new long lost EU book just got released. Big SW News. OG and I are doing a stream about it in an hour.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I would definitely have to check that out. You know,
we might have to raid them after.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll have to raid. I'll probably have to raid for a little bit since I got a freaking.
There's no watch there. There's no watch there. You just did like what? You just checked your wrist for a watch that wasn't there. You're like, I got a meeting. Then you try to play it off like I'm being shoot camera.
Oh man,
I'm fired.
Oh God, that's cool. No, I was just thinking, with the EU, because I was a person where I mostly watch the movies, so I didn't read a whole lot. Like I have this one, and I have
which one is that? Oh,
this one is the Mandalorian. Yeah. Let me blow it up. This one is the Mandalorian armor. So I have what's the other one I have? So I have Tatooine's Ghost, which I'm reading. That was kind of like in my purse, kind of like slow going. But I only watched really the movies. I didn't have that much time to read the books. I think I only read The Courtship of Princess Leia and Heir to the Empire. I think there was the only two that I read. But I had lots of other friends who were into the books. So I always knew about the books and all that was out there, even though I wasn't going there, reading them regularly, which is kind of what made me roll my eyes when Kathleen Kennedy was like, "Oh, we don't have any source material." I'm just like, no.
There's not one single comic. There's not one single book, coloring book, short story. No, there's no fan fiction.
I'm like, how many Barnes and Nobles and booksellers are in there in LA?
Yeah.
And they constantly, because at least the Barnes and Noble where I used to live at in the Valley would have like these sticky notes and stuff says this would make a green screenplay. This would make a good screenplay. I mean, they would raid those bookstores regularly for stuff that comes out. So I'm just like, what are you freaking trying to do?
I have a question though. Who's the furry friend behind you? Who's the furry friend behind you?
Oh, that's Nova. She's sleeping, and she would be so excited to see your avatar if she were awake right now.
Oh, so cute. Yours sits there. Mine Professor X. Where the heck did he go?
Professor X, I love that.
He's hanging out on the rug right now, but he's got like a little.
Do you have a Magneto to go with him to keep him company?
That's a good idea. When I finally get a dog, I may wind up.
So funny. Yeah, that would be so cute. Yeah, that's Nova. She's my co-host. I don't have a talking co-host like Mr. Fat Steven Seagal.
Mr. Holy crap, she's coming back. She's the first time someone's ever called me Mr. Oh my God, that's like a sign of respect. I can write on MySpace now, dear Tom.
Yeah, and you're right though, Lorena. It was so disappointing to hear that. And I read a bunch of the books when I was younger. I want to say between like maybe middle school through late middle school and early high school. I read a bunch of the books. I can't remember exactly which ones they were, but I thoroughly enjoyed them. And there were some really good plot points, some fantastic characters, some wonderful dark tones that were explored that weren't explored in the films. I think it was such a waste to not use them. But, as our co-host says, they used the material. They just didn't use it effectively.
I can't tell if they used it or wiped their rears with it. That's what I'm trying to figure out still.
I want to say the latter, just because of, even someone like me who I didn't read them regularly, but friends would read it, and I would hear about certain characters and those storylines because when there weren't films, you read the books.
Right.
And that is what filled the gap. You read the books when they were there, and I have to go through my stash. There were the comics that were out as well. So
Great
you
comics,
had
too.
this, stuff to read. And I think there were like other reference books that would come to mind. That's
Yes.
why such
Yeah.
things like at Disney, when they were doing this right, had Star Tours. And that's why that was so popular. Not only was Star Tours popular, but Star Wars Weekends was also popular because they would have that, I think, every weekend in May. And it was like a big, huge freaking convention when you could wear your own cosplay and stuff, to Disney. So they would have like the actors that would come in over the weekend, and you had people there in cosplay, and they even had like special merchandise you can get. Like, I don't know if you can see over my head. Yes, Ceci?
Black Superwoman sent you a 149 super sticker, but I can't tell if that's a cat or a cross between a cat and a monkey.
Thank you so much, my dear. Thank you, Black Superwoman. Yes, that is a black cat. Yes.
Why does it have lipstick on?
Thank you. Because it's fashionable. Wants to be fashionable. Thank you so much for supporting my channel, Black Superwoman. And I love that AVI. Oh my gosh, it's pretty freaking awesome. Thank you, Kaylee. Thank you so much. Welcome, and I appreciate that. It's like you would go and above my head, I don't know if you can see it, but it looks like Minnie Mouse. That is actually Minnie Mouse dressed up as Slave Leia. And I got that from Star Wars Weekend. So I have 2 prints like that. And the one next to it is the Empire Strikes Back movie poster. But it has Mickey Mouse as Luke Skywalker and Minnie Mouse as Princess Leia and Donald Duck as Han Solo.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
So that's the kind of stuff that you could get at the time. And now it's, they had so much to pull from and just like
such like a rich background, so many rich stories and characters and worlds, and even like you were saying, the reference books I loved. Those were probably my favorite things, were the reference books. I had ones on all the animals, like the zoological references from all the different species throughout the universe, the galaxy. That was my favorite one. It was like green and textured. It was supposed to be dewback skin on the book, like bound in dewback skin. It's my favorite. I love it so much. I got that at Barnes & Noble on sale. It's such a cool book, and it has all the creatures. It has all these background stories about how, like, on Coruscant there are different. There's like an illegal trade of different species that they're trading illegally because it's almost like the illegal exotic pet trade here. But so many cool things to pull from.
We need to start an OnlyFans for cats.
My cat does have 6 nipples, so that's exotic.
That's hot.
Really? I said I was going to have to get a picture of Professor X and Photoshop like Cerebro on his head while, he's got like catnip sitting next to him or something.
Get a close up of his face, and you can put it on Charles Xavier's body in the wheelchair.
Hey, Dadman Walking says amen on Star Wars Weekends. Felt like Star Wars so much more than what they did with Galaxy's Edge. Yeah, because you just had authentic fans, that were there, and you'd have a generation of fans. Exactly. You'd have like kids, grandkids, everybody. It was such a fun, fan atmosphere, and
there was more soul in Star Wars. I feel like back then. I remember before it was a sense of longing and belonging, and it's so divided now. It just feels, I don't know. It's so sad. I hate the division. It's so polarizing, but that's our world.
It feels hollow.
I have a separate question though. Have either of you ever watched B5, Babylon 5?
Yes.
I haven't, but I've been told to so many times. Everyone's Kelly, you need to see it.
Do it.
I will.
Do it.
Okay.
Do it. Do it. Nova says so. Do it.
Okay. Do it.
I'm glad to hear that, Kaylee. Yes, Minnie Mouse is Slave Leia, Joey 3PO proves. Here's something about that. They stopped selling that. They stopped selling Minnie Mouse as Slave Leia at Disney World. And that was one of the most popular renditions of Star Wars to get, because the art is gorgeous. It's absolutely fabulous. And that was when I think I had gotten one of the last prints that was there, because the time that I went, Star Wars Weekends either had just wrapped up or was about to, and just managed to grab it. I'm like, I want that one, and I want that one, and the art was just flying, because what they would do back when they had imagination is they would show the Disney characters as some of the Star Wars characters. One that I don't have up there, I have Stitch as the Emperor.
Oh, that's so cute.
As the Stitch. Emperor.
Oh
so my cute. Gosh, Benjamin Foster for 100 Danish. My goodness. Thank you. Thank you for being so generous. Wow. Do not know which beautiful woman to bow to. Fat seagull, pun intended. I feed the cats chicken liver and they run off. Ha ha ha.
Not a seagull.
Well, you just bow to all the beautiful women. Because I have had a lot of beautiful women on my channel this week. I really have.
Oh, hell yeah. Here, hold on. I'll make it easier. There we go. Does this work instead? There we go. There we go.
That works.
Now I'm a waifu.
Yeah. She was on my channel. Was it Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday.
Yeah. I need what is it? Remember Venture Brothers? Dr. Girlfriend? I need an avatar of that, so at least my voice will match how unmasculine I look on screen right now. Hi, I like long walks on the beach.
Oh my gosh. I think I just saw Amber. Where's Amber?
She's here.
Amber. Nice to meet you. Oh my gosh, there's like 30 people watching. Thank you so much. And we have Jedi Bunny here as our guest. And hey, Ords says Fat Steven is a pretty lady.
Ords, just remember the amount of memes I have. Pepperoni, sir. That's all I'm saying is pepperoni.
So let me ask the baseline questions, because Fat Steven reminded me about it. So what are your memories of lunchtime at school?
My memories? Oh gosh. Okay. So ironically, the one that stands out the most is in high school. Where'd she go? Fat Steven, it's just you and me? We gotta wait for her to come back.
I don't know. It's now the Fat Steven Gender Check show, so welcome. This show has been taken over by Muscle Busey. Muscle Busey is now in charge. I am no longer the Nick Nolte experience.
That is called the neurotic move, because Gary, he's been kicking himself out of streams for the past couple of weeks. Because I have this gaming mouse with the side.
No.
I don't feel bad when I kick myself out, because I've seen Gary do it.
It's a power move now. If Gary does it, we all got to start doing it, right?
To those guys, oh my god, to those guys tagging me about that, no, that's not going to happen. That's not like on my top things to do list on the weekend. Keely, god dang.
Which one is
Keely? No, I'm not putting that. No, don't put that on screen. No, I am not. I am not an enthusiast of golf in any way.
I'm not gonna put that on screen. I'm gonna say hello, Thomas. Glad to see you. Beat Fat Steven. Is that a Mario Kart reference?
No, we're actually been doing a lot of Fortnite gaming with friends on my channel, right? So we have a guy on there who's friends of Explorer of the Multiverse, and his name is Esh. He usually pops up on Jed streams, but Esh has a habit of like, Esh, don't do this, and then he does it. So what he did is he takes the car from us every time, we're surrounded, starts beaking the horn, thinking it was a challenge accepted moment, and we all get killed by 3 different squads all at the same time. And now everyone's going, beep, beep, Steven.
Well, back to the question before I kick myself out. Lunchtime at school memories.
Lunchtime at school. Okay, so it was a very different experience depending on elementary, middle, and high school. High school, I do remember distinctly, and I don't think this was representative of most of my high school experience, but I remember feeling so awkward socially that I would actually go to Dunkin' Donuts in the morning, get myself a bagel, wrap it up in the bag, and at lunchtime I would go sit and eat by myself in a bathroom stall. But as I said, in the bathroom stall, because I was so embarrassed. I felt so awkward. I felt like I just didn't belong, which I think a lot of us deal with as children in different ways. Oh, yeah. But I don't think that was representative. I think that's just the strongest memory because it has like an emotional tie-in. But in general, I just remember when I was hanging out with people, just fun, easygoing conversation. But that's the one that sticks out to me just because I remember high school especially was such a strange time of finding out who I was in a weird way, but also not knowing how I fit into the social hierarchy. So there was awkwardness, but I love, like Lorena, I love the clips that you show in the beginning. That's a great intro that you put together because it's so, I don't know. I love The Breakfast Club's one of my favorite movies from that time. It's beautiful. Yeah, it's so awesome. And I think that movie just really resonated with me because everyone was so different and they each had their own social role that they were fulfilling. But by the end of the film, you see them all kind of break down those walls and barriers and connect on a deeper level, which I think I needed to kind of figure out in my own way. So,
but to quote Fraser Crane, but food in the bathroom.
I know. To be fair, it was like the downstairs bathroom that nobody.
It doesn't mean it's still the bathroom. It's still a bathroom. It doesn't change tiers.
I know, but at the time, I wasn't really thinking of hygiene. I was just trying to like
sitting there, just wiping your face with the toilet paper. This bagel's delicious. I can't believe I haven't been in here before. The aesthetics and the acoustics. This is my safe space.
Nobody's gonna come.
It was my safe space at the time. I was such like an emotionally like hormonal kid, and yeah, at the time, that's what I needed. But it wasn't. I don't think it was that it happened that many times. It just, like I said, I think it was just like that emotionally resonant time where you're trying to figure yourself out too. Because high school was the first time I really remember people starting to break themselves off into cliques and hierarchies and the social ladder. And it just was really overwhelming because I was always a very shy, introverted kid and reading by myself. And I think it was just an interesting time. But then once I got to my favorite time to eat lunch was when I was at university, because then you could kind of build your own friend groups based not on proximity of where you live or where you go to school, but based on shared common interests and stuff. So then it was really fun.
Oh, that's interesting. You should say that. Thank you so much, Amber, for the $2.99 super chat and for being a member. It says Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Yeah, I would have to agree with you on that. It's like high school. I couldn't wait to get out of high school. Seriously, I wanted to burn that place down when I graduated.
No.
Well, yeah, I kind of did. Well, I didn't, but that was kind of like the attitude because it was because of like all the cliques and you're trying to fit in, and sometimes you don't. There's places you don't fit in, or sometimes you do things to kind of make yourself fit in. Although, not really. Like people are just, it's funny. People don't believe me when I say, yeah, I used to be a cheerleader. They're like, why? I said, well,
I believe it on Saturday. I don't believe it tenfold.
But it was like the one thing that I could do to kind of fit in, even though I really didn't want to. Like I ate lunch. Some of my best lunches was eating by myself and reading, or unless I was in like my little nerd group.
Yeah.
I tried to not eat with the mean girls if I didn't have to, but I'd kind of get tagged and like, come over here and sit with us. I'm like, I really don't want to, but yeah, okay, fine, whatever. But high school was one of those things where I couldn't wait to be out of it because like you said, when you go to college or even when you're out of that, you're starting to fake friendships with people you want to. It's like you're not like a ship in a bottle where you're stuck with these people, for lack of a better term, day in and day out and and all of that. Oh, I'm glad you did Black Superwoman. Yes, Slytherin Unite.
I'm Ravenclaw.
You're Ravenclaw? Oh, Ravenclaw's so cute. Yeah, we're both Slytherin.
But we're shielded, so I need to break out of that a little bit. I'll be a Marla Gryffindor.
Oh, thank you, the Rookie Critic, $2 super chat. Thank you so very much. April Fool. Oh, wait, it's the 30th. Oops. It's the 30th. Yeah, I could have pulled a Buffy. That's probably why I liked Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie and the show, so much because it's that awkward thing and everybody's trying to figure out who they are and be happy pleased with who you are, because that's one of the hardest things. Sometimes it's like you want to be who you are, but people will like make fun of you.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing. Especially if we have more nerdy interests back then. Now it's cool to be a nerd.
Yeah, now it's cool, but you couldn't say, hey, we're going to spend lunchtime playing Dungeons and Dragons and broadcast that crap.
Exactly. It's so different. It's
totally
so different now.
it's like it's cool. It's
It's
cool to be
clout. It's kind
it's
of
cool to be a nerd.
exactly.
It's kind of like I don't know if you've ever seen the show Married with Children. You
Yeah.
seen that? So they had the high school reunion, and at the table
Oh.
there were all the nerds smoking cigars, and you all had hot chicks with them. And one of them said, "You should have done your own homework, Al."
That's so true. That's so funny.
It was hilarious because all the jocks were like, "Our life sucks. We're broke or whatever," and all the nerds are like rich and hanging out with good-looking women.
That's really funny. And there's a truth to it, and to an extent, maybe not necessarily that much, but the people that I knew that I'm still friends with that were more creative, that are a little more like not fitting into these very strict roles of who they were supposed to be, those are the people that are finding more value in life now, not necessarily rich with hot spouses, but like real intrinsic value because they always stuck with what they wanted and what drove them as far as like passion, creativity, finding something. And they didn't just end up doing, picking up their father's business necessarily, even though some people have a passion for that and that's fine. But I feel like it's the time, it's a very catalyzing time where people can kind of decide who do I want to be moving forward in the real world? Because middle school, you're just having fun. You're just experiencing life and you're figuring people out. You're figuring out social cues. You're figuring out, to an extent, social hierarchies. But then high school, it's like, oh, this is figuring out, okay, I need to make the next step into the real world. So
I have a question. Do you think that the reason why, let's say, nerds and geeks were targeted so much going through schools because the ones attacking had their own insecurities, not just enjoying and sharing what they enjoy on a more open level than mostly like they did. Like, wasn't just the looks. Like, you see Dungeons and Dragons, video games, whether it be Pokemon, reading, writing, all that stuff. Do you think that made them look like they couldn't be themselves because they might have enjoyed the same things because it would have put them in an outcast table? The social construct of like the tier system, whether you're a cheerleader or a jock. Do you think that had more influence over being yourself through school?
Wow. That's a great question. Yeah, I do think projection is a real thing, right? So if I think oftentimes people that do partake in bullying or picking on people, a lot of times they're projecting their own insecurities of maybe they're not exhibiting what they're really interested in or really have fun with. So they see someone that is kind of going along that path and it scares them and they want to lash out because they don't feel fulfilled within themselves. Who knows? I mean, it's, there's definitely a real thing behind that. There's a real psychology behind it. So it's a great question. I think there's a lot to it.
So there's two things in the chat I wanted to bring up. One, Jacqueline says, Reina, Creole, and Jedi Bunny, the reality is that there's a limit to today's nerd culture. I'm just saying. Yeah, point. There's kind of like the accepted, part that's okay. Like, for example, I say like the show The Big Bang Theory. I kind of love and hate that show at the same time because it kind of glamorizes a lot of nerd and geek culture. But yeah, there is. Some things are more acceptable than they used to be. And there's some that, when it's too out of the way, they're just like, no, we're not going to hang into that.
Well, if you're coming to school dressed like a My Little Pony, there's definitely some issues at that point. You're going to be targeted.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Nerds now run Twitter, not jocks. Think of that one. And I think a lot of that goes back to what Jedi Bunny was saying. A lot of it is projection. You had some people who
holy crap
were so trampled on that now they changed that into, ultimate power. I kind of say, Bill Gates kind of thing. We have to learn everything. Right. Holy second. My goodness, Benjamin. Thank you. Another 100 Danish krona. I was a jock in high school, but have always leaned nerd.
Nice.
FFS, I showed up more than once as a Romulan soldier. That and Harry Potter glasses only in blue. Haha.
That's awesome. Yeah, and that's true. There are people that straddle both lines, right? Like it's and that's really cool. I think that's probably a more actualized person that's more comfortable in themselves as someone that can conform in a sense to certain roles that are more acceptable or deemed acceptable, but then also still have like fun quirks and passions that they go for that aren't necessarily as accepted. And I think it's interesting because I think now that's starting to be a little more, it's not so strict as far as characters and personas. It's a little more open, and people are allowed to be a little bit more complex and have more layers than what we used to see. So there's some good coming out of it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see. Snortopoopas Cuber says, I never thought of it that deeply. I just figured the cool kids were jerks and found a quiet place to read. Yeah, some of the cool kids could be pretty much freaking jerks. They could. And then you had some of them who were jerks because they thought that that's how they were expected, you know, to behave at the same time. Revenge of the Nerds. I love that movie. I love Revenge of the Nerds. That movie was hilarious. And yes, the best thing about the Big Bang Theory are their special guest stars and cameo appearances. They saved the best for last. Especially James Earl Jones. That was freaking hysterical.
See, I never watched the Big Bang Theory. I didn't know he was on it.
He was. I didn't watch it regularly either because it was too much like work. I'm like, I work with people like this. Because one time I had turned it on and I'm like, why does this sound like a freaking argument I had at work today?
Wow.
But they're arguing over, like, you know, the whiteboards. I can't look at those because I start trying to freaking solve stuff that's on the whiteboards. I can't freaking deal with that. So yeah, that one was really funny when James Earl Jones showed up. That was a good one. Yeah, Lamar was hysterical in that one. My longest running DM from high school hates the Big Bang Theory. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like it kind of over glamorizes what it's like, but then again, that's kind of like what they have to do to, you know, to sell it. Although Amy Farrah Fowler is my favorite freaking nerd in that show. She was funny. Soul Assassin said, had to keep my nerd life a secret from a lot of kids in high school, but when someone said Star Wars or Dragon Ball, I'd be listening. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Word would get around, right? You know, about that.
That's relatable. That's relatable. I didn't want to admit I like Lord of the Rings, even though my room was like full of posters and I had all the books and like the Silmarillion copy, but an old one. And I wanted to keep it secret because it wasn't cool back then. I was so hell bent on being this presentable person that just, I don't know. It's so funny because now that's like, it's, I don't want to say it. It's not part of my identity. It's not part of my identity necessarily. I don't feel defined by being a nerd, but at the same time, I've integrated it into who I am in my day-to-day life. So now I don't feel, it's so funny that back then there was like shame, any kind of shame in like admitting those things. And I know everyone has different experiences, but I don't know, maybe it was my town, my high school, but unfortunately I did not feel like I would be as accepted if I was as nerdy as I really was. So.
Well, another fun question to ask you. So in school, what kind of pizza did you have? Square or round?
I want to say we had square, but I haven't thought about that in so long. It was terrible. It was terrible pizza. I remember that much. I think it was square. How about you guys?
Square. Square's running by like 99%.
Yeah. That is so weird. Why? I wonder why. Because it was just easier to make in bulk.
Yeah, I think it's because, you know, they can get, you know, they can make a lot of it very quickly. And they always have those square pans, not necessarily the round pans, I guess, because it's a pie pan or something like that.
Yeah, it must have been something to do with the effort, you know, that they wanted to put into making the culinary effort behind it.
Absolutely. Yeah, school pizza was usually off, but it was kind of like, Square definitely seems to be running. It's just one of those things was kind of like, yay, we have pizza in school, you know. JJ Sittler says Square pizza and crappy chocolate milkshake.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, the chocolate milk was so watery in the little cartons, and they'd always break. Ugh.
I know.
School food, I do not miss that. I do not miss.
I don't
I lost
either.
again.
But
I lost again.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Ew, no pineapple.
Pineapple sucks.
No.
No respect given for
No.
pineapple pizza
But
or
this is
yeah.
cool. Awful pizza is still
Nope.
pizza. I don't know. I've had pizza at Disney World that was disgusting. I'm like, just don't.
Yeah, I've definitely had some pizza that has revoked that qualification for me.
Yeah,
I'm definitely into. I like my pizza to be good.
Oh, Redneck Nerd says, tell you how much the world has changed. My kid's school is being dismissed at lunch because the central air conditioner is out in April. What weenies. Yeah.
If he's talking, hold on. If Beast Wars the cartoon, yes, I watched that with a passion. Beast Machines with the Left Field soundtrack, the opener was not as great.
Yeah, Kaylee, I liked. I'd never heard of Beast. I think I've heard of it, but I didn't really get into Beast Wars.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like school food. I liked our school. Our food was catered, which was good.
Yeah.
But there wasn't enough of it to go around. So if your lunchtime was later, you got stuck with whatever was left. So if it was French bread pizza day and you had the last lunch, good luck trying to get one.
Aw, French bread pizza day. That's nice.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Let's see. So I'm trying to think. So yeah, I'll ask this question. So what brought you into the world of YouTube?
Well, I've been a consumer of YouTube for as long as it's been around. I don't know. I want to say 2006, or I started watching, and I love YouTube. I love the format. As far as starting my own channel, it came off the heels of The Last Jedi. I was so frustrated with it, and I really was disappointed, and I didn't have too many people that I could talk to about it. People in my friend group that did like Star Wars really liked The Last Jedi, so I didn't want to debate them on that. I didn't want to invalidate their experience. Yeah. I just personally felt very strongly about it. And this is just from a purely, I'm a cinephile. I love film. I studied film in college. I absolutely love it. And I just purely thought it was a terribly made film. And I was really even upset because I was one of the people that actually kind of enjoyed The Force Awakens and was kind of on board with the beats that they were hitting. Now, in retrospect, I could see where it was setting itself up to become something different. But I was on board. The Last Jedi came out. I was so disappointed. I was so kind of shattered. And it took me a long time to see it because I had been seeing reviews and I just had a really bad feeling about it. And I didn't see it until several months later. And then I finally saw it. And I was just so upset. And I didn't know how to voice my frustration because I didn't really have anyone to talk to. So I just decided to make a YouTube video. And it's a terrible video. It's actually unlisted now. You can still see it in my playlist. It's so bad. Honestly, 90% of my videos, I can't even watch them. I'm so embarrassed by them. Like recently I started editing them and I think doing a better job as far as I'm concerned, but still not, I just raved and ranted for 15 minutes, maybe longer. Maybe it was like a half an hour video, vertical camera, just bad. But I wanted to say something and I was just so frustrated. And yeah, that was my start with YouTube and I remember even saying, I think I said, I don't know, maybe 7 people will watch this. And, but if it resonates with at least one person, I feel like at least I can have a conversation about how disappointed I am in Star Wars right now. And it ended up, gaining a little more traction than I thought it would. And getting some people on board that agreed with me. And it was really cathartic and really, it was a really good experience to kind of just get out there. And it started with Star Wars, but I feel like there's such a beautiful community available on YouTube, throughout YouTube, different people. You guys, so many different cool people out there that we can connect on different things. We all have different interests, different personalities, different lives, lifestyles, careers,
Right.
backgrounds, belief systems. But it's really cool to just be able to just talk and hang out with people and have conversations, agree, disagree, but at the end of the day, just have discourse and talk about things. And
Right.
we can complain.
Right. Oh, I just want to grab the super
Okay.
chat real quick
of
from
course,
Benjamin Flensburg. Thank you. Another 50 Danish krona. Thank you so much. Fun fact, I had both pizza and lasagna in Rome in the Vatican State. It sucked. Better to go into the side alleys to get real Italian pizza. Wow. It's kind of like I tell people, there's some people who will say, well, oh, I don't like American food. I'm like, well, what American food did you have? Oh, we went to McDonald's. Like, no, that's not American food. I'm like, you need to go find like this out of the way American diner and go there and to get like actual authentic American food. So I believe that it's like New Orleans. The best food is in like these hole in the wall places that look like shacks, but they have some of the best freaking food.
It has to be like a grandma's cooking. Like almost it has to feel like you're at a grandma's house. Hole in the wall. Like don't go to a big restaurant with carpets and tablecloths. Go to like the little places,
Mom and pops.
Where they run out of stuff. No, we don't have that today. No, the gumbo doesn't have crab in it because we didn't get a good crab catch. So that's none of that today. Oh, thank you so much, Benjamin. I appreciate that. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Stephen.
Sorry. I didn't mean to get butt in, but there is one thing I wanted to add about the whole Star Wars conversation. We've also reached the point now. This even falls in lines with Star Trek and other stuff that the younger generations that are coming into these types of franchises, they don't know the original trilogy. They didn't grow up with it like we did. They didn't grow up with the prequels like others did. The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, as much as other fans might not like it, this and this, to them, that is their Star Wars. And we have to remember that at the same time, that that's the Star Wars they have been brought into with. So they don't see the difference of what the format came from and what they're seeing now. So a lot of the discourse that we have to have, not only in trying to share the previous versions and how the characters have progressed, even the books, is not also make them feel like they're the villains or bad people because they like that, because it's all they know. And that goes across even with Discovery, Lower Decks, anything of the like. And it's one of the hardest points to make in the opposite kind of conversation, because they don't know. And being oblivious or actually just attacking someone because you don't like The Last Jedi is two different things. Being oblivious is a type of naivety because you're not understanding that there's more there than what you've been shown.
Yes, that's such a good point. You're so right. And that's something recently I've actually kind of been feeling. It's like, okay, well, we can't necessarily villainize people that like something either, because that's what happened to us when we were growing up. Not necessarily villainized, but if that's someone's true experience and they really like something, who are we to tell them that they can't? And I feel like it's funny because that's the argument against both sides. And it's just become such a polarizing thing where both sides are using the same arguments on each other now. And it's kind of a conundrum because you can't argue with someone's feelings. You can argue logic to an extent. You can say, well, that's wrong. That's incorrect. But if someone feels a certain way, it's really hard to invalidate that because they've had such a complex array of human experiences up until the point that's allowed them to feel that way. You can't really negate that. And so like you were saying, Stephen, like kids growing up with these new things now, this is their media. This is what, and if they enjoy it, to say like, no, you don't get it. The original trilogy is by far superior cinematically.
You just nailed it on the head, though. You just nailed it on the head, though. Saying you don't get it onto another person means you're not getting the fact if you don't know where they came in on knowing Star Wars.
Exactly.
So it's a double-edged sword now.
Exactly.
It does, and it's kind of one that you have to be careful, to yield to wield, because like Jedi Bunny was saying, it's like feelings aren't right or wrong; they're just there. So if someone says, well, it's not wrong, it's you're hungry. It's not a bad thing. If you tell somebody, okay, well, I didn't like The Last Jedi. Okay. Somebody says, well, I love The Last Jedi. Okay. Enjoy that. Absolutely let them enjoy that. It's not their fault if they're just like, hey, this is, I like, because you like what you like. So
Yeah.
you close off conversation when you say things like, well, you're an idiot for liking The Last Jedi.
Right.
That shuts down conversation. If it's like,
Exactly.
well, why do you like it? Tell me. Okay, well, here's kind of like how I see it. And you kind of have that conversation, but now it's so polarizing to, like what you like. And I never thought
Yeah.
that would actually happen. That's a shame. Russman, thank you so much for the $5. I like the Bane avatar. I like that. This Happy Friday from Florida. Yes, my favorite state. My favorite state where my relatives live at. Thank you so very much for that $5 super chat. I so do appreciate the support of you guys supporting my channel with super chats, and definitely appreciate with the chat, because you guys in the chat are on fire. Hey, Pop Culture Bonfield, glad you are here. Let's see. Wow. Time just freaking flies.
It really does.
It really does fly here, because it's just fun to like get to know people, get to know you. Oh, last question I want to ask you. I've seen you on a couple of Geeks and Gamers streams before. So how did you get involved with Geeks and Gamers?
So I was I want to say it was either right before or right after I made my first video. I found Geeks and Gamers. I found like Jeremy ranting and raving about The Last Jedi. I was like, oh, this is cool. It was live streams, and I had never watched live streams on YouTube before. So I think it was my first time I ever watched live streams. And I would just like read the comments section and get in the comments and talk to people. And eventually you start recognizing people's avatars, people's screen names. So you talk to people. It's like, oh, this is a little community. And obviously there are people you disagree with. There are things that you're like, oh, I would never think that, or I'd never say that. But then it still feels like a community. So I think one day Jeremy said he was going to California, I was moving to California, and I just so happened to be moving right as he was going. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be there. So we ended up meeting up. We hung out at a cafe. He saved a dog from running out into the road. We just chatted, and he was like, how would you like to come on a stream one day? I was like, absolutely. I tried making a video for him, and it was just not a good video. I remember I was trying to review like Haunting of Hill House or something, and I just rambled and rambled on and rambled on. He's like, okay, we'll just do a live stream. We'll just stick to a live stream. So we did a live stream. We did a few videos and stuff, and just got to know a bunch of people in that community. And obviously there's so many different little bubble universes throughout the fandom, and so many different little communities and stuff. But that's one of the bigger ones, one of the more prominent as far as numbers go, I guess. But just so many different cool people. And the other thing is, like, I know people that have like these tiny little new channels that are just amazing people who I've seen growing and growing. And it's really cool. I feel like I'm personally stagnating a little bit, just because last year has been a challenging one for me personally. And I just haven't been putting myself out there as much. But one of my favorite things is just to see people grow and see people kind of nurture each other, lift each other up, have conversations, build each other up. And it's just really cool. But yeah, Fandom Menace Multiverse, exactly. Yeah.
It is kind of like that with the certain, circles that folks run it. Yes, that cat does look comfy, Mike Jolie. Nah, we can do it.
Yeah, she's snuggled up in there. She's happy in her tree.
Yeah, where's oh God, he's probably in my bed. It's like they move from one place to the other place to the other place to the other place, but at least not under my feet this time. But folks, please do subscribe to Jedi Bunny. I believe I have her link in the description.
Oh, thank you.
Growing like Joe. Who is Joey 3PO? Do I want to ask? Hey, Krista Joe.
Love Krista Joe. She's awesome.
Yeah, she is. I first time I heard her swearing was last week during the Mario Kart stream. I was like, holy crap, Krista, what's going on? It brings out the swearing.
You know what? Yes, Mario Kart will make you swear.
Oh, yeah.
I try not to, but
I try not to, but it's something in it's like an exorcism of swearing. It just pulls it out of you.
It's okay. You'll never be last because there's always Ords there in 12. We just have to
I don't know,
Photoshop that. We have to Photoshop the 2 out just so he gets in first. Love yours.
Joey is a thirsty man.
I think it's drunk 3PO. I think they're talking about drunk 3PO. He's just Joey.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay, I'm obviously behind on videos. I'm gonna give him heck for that next time I meet him.
Please. We need to get an interview. Like, it's an interview with Joey 3PO and just have it up there as a thumbnail.
Yes.
Just be like, yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious. But
Joey
folks,
3PO game.
yes. Please do subscribe to Jedi Bunny. Hit that notification bell so when she's putting stuff up there, you can go and check out her channel.
Thank you, Lorena. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Not a problem.
And congratulations on 2K. That's freaking awesome. And everybody, I know I'm not the host here. I shouldn't be saying this, but I'm gonna please go to your it's a cheerleader stream tomorrow, right? For 2K.
Yes.
Let's pump her up. Let's do it, guys.
So that's gonna be Saturday at 6 p.m. and should be fun. 6 p.m. Eastern. So I'm looking forward to having a great time. We've got all kinds of folks, dropping by the panel.
It's going to be crazy.
We're going to have to probably play like musical panelists and all of that. Yes. Thank you for subbing to Jedi Bunny. Also, even if you think that you're subbed, go back and double check to make sure because YouTube is on some stuff right now.
Krista,
Krista just loves it.
Krista's so sweet. Oh my gosh, Krista, thank you.
Yes, we were talking the cheerleader outfit.
No, don't show them yet. Don't show them yet.
Oh wait, no.
I hope it's Slytherin colors.
It fell down.
Yeah.
I gotta get a Slytherin cheerleader outfit.
I tried to find one. I may have to make myself a Slytherin.
You might have to make one. That's cool.
Yeah, because I don't see it. Thank you, Neems. But you know what? Honestly, thank all of you out there because I didn't know where I was going to go with this YouTube thing at all. And I did it under peer pressure. It's like, do a channel. Okay, fine. I'm going to do a channel so you can shut up and leave me alone.
You're doing great. It's really cool.
And it just went on from there. But, I appreciate every subscriber. Even if you're not subscribed and you just come and check out my videos, that's cool too. But Jedi Bunny, I love talking to you. Oh my gosh. I am going to have to bring you on another show when we have more time.
Yes, I love that.
We have more time. That would be great. That'd be great. Oh, I just love talking.
It's great hanging with you. Yeah, this is really fun. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me on. It's just like hanging out with new friends. I love it.
Oh, I love it. And thank you, JJ, for that $10 super chat and for being a channel member. Hi, sexy lady, fat, whatever you are today, and my young apprentice. Just kidding. Great to see you all.
JJ's awesome.
Too, JJ.
He sent me a lightsaber. I have an unboxing video of the lightsaber he sent me. Luke Skywalker's lightsaber.
Oh, nice.
I love it so much. He's awesome.
JJ is so awesome. He's great. He is another Florida person. He's awesome.
Yep, Florida.
And thank you, Benjamin. My goodness. Thank you. Another 50 Danish krona. Sub twice just in case. All right. Jedi Bunny. Yeah, I can talk. Jedi Bunny, you may turn Sith on me and I will welcome you back to the dark side. Rock. Roll on the floor laughing.
That's my cousin, Sith Rabbit. Yeah.
Sith Rabbit. Oh, that's too funny. That's too funny. Yes, please do share the stream, subscribe to all the panelists on this channel, especially Fat Steven, because we have got to get him to 1,000 subscribers. I'm going to be daring and say that I'm trying to get him to 1,000 subscribers.
I need to get to 1,000.
Let's do it, guys. Let's
trying to get him to 1,000 subscribers by this weekend. You know what, Soul Assassin? You are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. So keep your calendar open end of next month or Thursday.
Right.
Thursday.
I would love that.
I am gonna have to ping you. We had a killer time last night. Oh my gosh, you have to go back and watch stream. It was too freaking funny.
I love that. I would love that so much.
Sith Wabbit,
yeah.
Oh,
I wonder if Jedi Bunny would ever have time to pop in on maybe like Toxic Femme one night or Queen's Council. As I
Toxic
could
Femme, is that a new one? I don't think I've heard of that one
Queen's
yet.
Council, I pinged you for. Toxic Femme is actually on Midnight's Edge
Oh,
channel.
okay.
So it's on
Okay.
Monday. It's on Monday nights at 9.
Okay. 9 Eastern time?
Yeah, 9 Eastern. We just
Okay.
changed the time. So I think the shows are on the Midnight's Edge live channel.
Mm-hmm.
So you can go take a look at it and
Okay.
let me know. Let me know what
Okay.
you think, and we'll talk.
Thank you. Very cool. Very
We
cool.
will talk. We will talk. Well, folks, that is going to wrap it up for another edition of the Lunch Table Show. So thankful Jedi Bunny could hang out with us. And thanks to all of you for bringing yourselves, bringing your fun, bringing your energy. Thank you for all the super chats to support my channel. And everyone have a wonderful, wonderful Friday. Please remember, 3 p.m. Eastern, Culture has his Friday flight show. Or is it 2? It's 3, right? Or is it 2? That's you. I think it's 3. I think it's at 3 p.m. I think it's at 3 because he had to change the time because the time changed. So it's at 3 p.m. over on Culture Channel. It's a Friday night flight. And of course, 5:30 or whenever Gary hits the button is Friday Night Tights over on Neurotics Channel.
We also have Pop Culture Minefield doing a pre-show before FNT, where we just talk pop culture and stuff, sometimes random guest, and I'll be doing my gaming stream right after we're done here. So.
Okay, excellent. When's Pop Culture Minefield show?
2 p.m. CST, I believe.
Okay, so it's around 3. Okay.
I have to check because he'll yell at me. Yeah, 2 p.m. CST.
Okay.
I can't tell time.
Okay. And also, as soon as Friday Night Tights wraps up, Ward's Board has his Mario Kart stream. So please do go over there and
Among
check
Us
it
tonight.
As well. Oh, it's Among Us.
Ooh,
Oh,
he switched it.
Oh, some kind of game. Okay, there we go. All
Some
right,
kind of
folks,
game.
thank you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. We will catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.